So what's up everybody, it's me, True Star Screamer, and we're here with another action figure review of the Marvel Legends retro carded Agent Venom, aka Flash Thompson. I love this character. I have loved this iteration. I loved the comic, the Rick Remender. Was it Rick Remender? I think so. It was just a great book, a great story. Him versus the Crime Master versus that new Jack-o'-lantern, all that stuff. So me and this character do go back. This was one of my renaissance of getting back into comic books. I actually have the original Agent Venom that Hasbro put out as the first Walgreens exclusive. I even wrote a review for that way back when on my old WordPress page. And it was one of my early Marvel Legends. So when they announced that this guy was coming out, I had to put him on pre-order. And then I saw him at Target today. So I literally canceled the pre-order. Thank you, Big Bad Toy Store. Sorry, but I'll spend money on other things. And picked him up instead. We're on the retro card, which, you know, drives me nuts because it's not repackageable, which then also means I have to play with my toys. Artwork on the back. Excuse me about that. I have the female Electro and I have Kane on pre-order. The rest of these guys I really don't care for, to be honest. So that's one of the things I like about the retro card thing. So that being said, let's get this guy out of the box and let's see how this updated figure rates. So here we've got Flash Thompson out of the packaging, and oh man, I like him, but I wanted to love him. I can't love him. I like him though. First of all, on paper, he's awesome. Accessory count is perfect, by the way. We get a slew of extra hands here. And we got these claw hands, which I've got one on here right there. So we've got 2 claw hands, 2 pistol holding hands with the vertical hinge, which makes me very happy, and 2 fists. So that's great. Plus we have 2 very good head sculpts here. The Flash Thompson head sculpt is absolutely on point, and the Agent Venom one, very, very nice as well. We also have a pistol and a rifle. These both came with the AIM figures as well, so we have seen these before. Of course, we got the pistol holding in there. You know, you'd think with all the Joe stuff that we'd have some more realistic weapons. The original Agent Venom came with a bunch of the realistic weapons and that stupid sniper rifle, but I thought that was really cool. The sculpt, it's so on point. Okay, the spiked shoulders, the spiked gauntlets, the spiked calves. Paint-wise, it's no big deal. He's got a little touch of silver, which I love. The texturing on the arms, which is fantastic. You know, he holds the gun real well. Back looks fantastic. I will be bringing the original Agent Venom because they did take care of one of my biggest criticisms with that figure, which we'll talk about. Honestly, it's the articulation that throws me off. Articulation and one stupid thing. The collar, by the way, it looks awesome. I'm going to go ahead and pop the heads off, which... Oh, actually, I want to point this out. He looks up really well. I mean, he looks up much better than most Marvel Legends do. And he doesn't have that pin disc. So I absolutely love how they've cut this. There we go, get that on there. Oops. Okay, it's weird. The masked head doesn't look up as well. Go figure. But this head looked up great. Also, now that since I've popped off this head, I'm going to grab Condor here. It's a little loose. I'm not gonna lie, it's a little loose. Okay, it's really loose. Wow. But you can put it on there if you wanted to. You can put some tape in there if you wanted to kind of shim it up, but you can put it on an Action Force figure, which I think is pretty neat. So like I said, he looks beautiful. Looks absolutely fantastic, but like I said, it's the articulation that gets me. First, he does not have a waist joint, which I'm not complaining about because he's got the pivot. I love the pivot. That is very good. This has me happy. Decent, bends down decently, bends back decently. So that part has me happy. That has me thrilled. This is a figure, though, that I think would have absolutely benefited from drop-down hips because it is a spider character. Knees are a little stiff, but they are pinless. There we go, get that there. But he can't do crazy web-slinging poses. And he did web-sling, believe it or not. Now, the other thing, he does not have butterfly joints. So his posing is very rudimentary. Like I said, the sculpt is great, but I can't have him in any kind of crazy poses, to be honest. It's going to be basic on there. I tried getting him down on a kneeling pose earlier, which, while that's fine, I can't get him to do a 3-point landing because the ab crunch is okay, but the shoulder doesn't quite clear, as you can see. So the articulation is lacking for me. Here's the original Marvel Legend Agent Venom. This was an interesting figure when it came out because it definitely had a lot of the overlay on a basic buck. It's actually on a Toy Biz buck because it's got those cheap-ass hips those ball hips that I can't stand. So yeah, he frustrated me a little as well. Size-wise, he's a little bigger, as you can see. So this guy's size kind of threw me off a little because I remember this guy. This one had a sculpted-in pistol because this was using some of that Punisher gear. So the fact he's got a removable pistol, very good. Now remember I mentioned one little thing that kind of bugged me. There is no peg hole on the back because I really wanted to put the symbiote on him. So I can't do that. That kind of annoys me. I know it's a nitpicky thing, but hey, I paid for the figure. I'm allowed to nitpick. But it's interesting seeing how this character has evolved. I mean, the fact there is that Revoltech Agent Venom that I did not get, and now is like already going crazy prices. I'm like that tempted to get the knockoff for it because I do like this character. The mask, oh my gosh, the mask is so much better on this one. I like these shoulder pads better, but I don't know. There's something a little more organic, visceral, almost Lovecraftian horror with this one because of how organic it looks. That's the thing. This guy looks so much more organic, while this just looks like a guy in Venom's themed armor. Huh. Didn't even think about that. I'm not going to say that this is a bad figure, because it's not. It's decent. I mean, you look at him, he's Agent Venom. He looks... the look is there. Absolutely. It's much more streamlined, but he just looks, for me, almost more like a guy, like a guy who doesn't know if he wants to be the Punisher or wants to be Venom, if that makes sense. I saw some people saying they want to kit bash this, or take acetone and turn this into some kind of Cobra Trooper, which I could totally see, because this guy feels more like a generic Trooper than Agent Venom. This head sculpt, though, the Flash Thompson head sculpt, this is absolute gold. This is so well done. This windswept hair, the blue eyes, this is fantastic. The accessory count, dude, for $25, I'm happy with that. Again, weapons, multiple hands, multiple heads, and they definitely tried. I'm definitely gonna say they tried, but it doesn't feel like Agent Venom to me, if that makes sense. I don't know. I guess you gotta have him in hand. It's just, I guess I want just a little bit more. Again, I like the figure. I just don't love the figure. But that's my 2 cents. Let me know your thoughts down below. Am I being too harsh? Am I not being harsh enough? I mean, again, the collar is great. I mean, I'm looking at this. I should be happier than I am holding him. I don't know what it is. I mean, again, I like how they did the shoulder pads. This is how they should have done Xandar's shoulder pads, by the way, because I think that would have worked much better to give me that vertical clearance for that T-pose. So again, it's a good figure. It's a good soldier. It just doesn't feel like the character. I could almost army build this, if that makes sense, if it wasn't supposed to be a unique character. Like I said, maybe I'm just being picky. Let me know down there. But I give it, like I said, a B+. You know, I'm happy to have him. I'm not gonna be turning him in. I still love this figure too. I like this when I got it. So it's definitely a nice update to it. And I know this guy's like insane on the aftermarket prices. So so if you got this guy in pre-order, absolutely keep the pre-order. You know, don't be canceling out there. Just don't bust your butt looking for him either, I guess. And that's my 2 cents. But let me know your thoughts down below. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up. And as always, until next time, take care. Peace.